Live from the storage unit. I'll try to get my coat fixed here. Got a few updates. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I had to get the wave going real quick because, take this off for a minute. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good evening, everything like that. Um, I had somebody come in my comment section, you ain't got no storage unit? Well, look where I'm at. And here's my storage unit. Messy as it is. I got a little bit of everything in there, but this is my storage unit that I pay for because I never know when I'm coming back to New York. And so, being that I'm out in Connecticut right now, I make sure that all my stuff is here, whatever, because I love this city. I rock with this city. This is our city. It's our tri-state, you know. I'm one of the last firm believers in that, maybe. I don't know. But I do know this much. This tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut included, are our homes. Make no mistake about it. This is our homes. And when I speak that language, when I say that within pride. I say that within admiration. I say that in towards everybody. So let me tell y'all what happened today. So my first thought was, I called that I got offline with you guys earlier. My first thought was I called the governor's office. Again, that's why I put up that page, that what's the name of the thing. So I called the governor's office again. Had a nice lengthy conversation with his number one assistant. I didn't even talk to the other assistant. I talked to his top assistant today. Shout out to him for making that happen. I'm not going to say his name, but at the time he asked me, yesterday I sent him a video, basically chronologically everything that had happened so far with Covenant and the people that were there. And it raised the eyebrow with him evidently because he said, can you put that in written form and send it to me? I like the video link, but I can't submit the video link. So I said, all right, fine. And you guys can't see it right now because I have it as unlisted. So that's why you guys can't see it. But it's actually right here on my page. That means if I only me, I can send the link and they can see it. I had that conversation. I think that man was not only surprised, but he was actually befuddled by what was going on. After he told me that, I hung up the phone. And that was around about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I started writing out what I had. And it's so long, it's going to take me about a day to sit down because I still have to move around. I got to go back down to Jersey. It's a whole bunch of different stuff I have to do. So it's like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write that so I have it ready and probably hopefully send it out by the end of tonight or first thing in tomorrow morning when I get back to where I'm at in my room and lay down. After that, I called the Department of Housing and I called HUD again. Something must have happened like it did last time. So around about 5 o'clock, I get a phone call, and it's from the former director. And she's like, hi, Davin, how you doing? And I missed the phone call because my phone went dead. So she said, she said, da, 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 da. And then the phone went dead because I've been on it all day. So I said, you know what? Let the phone charge, went upstairs, came back downstairs after the phone had charged, and I gave her a call back. And when I gave a call back the first time, she had, whoever I was supposed to talk to, because I couldn't catch their voice, evidently wasn't there anymore. So an hour passed by, and then the former director, who I just got off the phone with not even 10 minutes, as I was walking up here, I was on the phone with her. And she said, listen, we got you're on everybody's radar now, and we're going to see what we can get done and get fixed, and blah, 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 blah. And I just want you to feel safe and know that, we had to get the ball rolling and da-da-da-da, which led me to believe even more that this was on purpose because they were trying to get old cases out. And she literally confirmed that for me. Now, sometimes you got to know when to shut up. So I just let this woman talk. I just let her talk because the old director, I prefer. The old director had some gumption about her. The old director actually knew what time it was, knew how to get the best out of the guys there. Is that the best way? She understood a little bit more. You know what I mean? Than this new lady. And I'm not saying the new lady is bad per se, but I don't like particularly the way she handles things. Just put it that way. She assured me a lot of things. Someone had called her. 2 people had called her. And she asked me if I knew who they were. And of course, I played dumb. I don't know who they are. Yeah, I know who they are. They're from the state of Connecticut. And 9 times out of 10, they were contacted by the entities that I called. Now, I make no qualms about that because, see, my preservation comes first. And that's how I'm going into 2021 with a bang. I'm going to tell people like this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I mean no type of malice when I say this. I'm taking a careful eye at the culture right now. I'm taking a careful eye at people that are around me. I'm taking a careful eye at family and the reluctance that I don't have one, which makes me more in turn to find me a good woman and have some kids with soon, hopefully this year, as is written in my horoscope. But one thing that really set me apart from everything was the fact that I had to actually sit back and explain this. I have to actually sit back and write this in a letter form. I have to actually go out of my way. Hey, what's going on? I have to actually go out of my way when I've done everything I was supposed to. I called two gentlemen today, and I hope you're watching because y'all subscribe to my channel. I called two gentlemen on their phone today because I wanted to know something. And I asked those two gentlemen to answer, how you doing? I asked those two gentlemen this, why didn't you answer your phone? On the other day, one of them I helped out significantly. You can't answer your phone. The other one, I've helped you out several times. You can't answer your phone or even give me a call back. But that's fine. This is what I mean by the people in the culture. See, there's a rhetoric with a lot of people in the culture where it is, you can do for me, but if you need something, I ain't doing nothing for you. In fact, who are you? That's the temperament that a lot of people in the so-called culture of Black and Latin people take this whole hip-hop culture. Which you can tell by this jacket, I took more than a part of helping create. That's why I'm wearing it. I've had so many people come on my page and say so many nasty things, and that's why I screenshot and put it up. And if you say something heinous or nasty enough, I'm gonna put it up. But the time it takes for you to write that, the time that you take out to contemplate the words you were gonna say in maliciousness and malice, you could have hit the links. Today when I got off live with you guys, there was a brother that was sitting in front of me. He interrupted me at one part of the camera. And he heard everything I said. He sat right in front of me if I was doing it. And y'all saw the other brother recognize me from YouTube also, which that brother also donated to me right after he saw me. Shout out to you, Thomas. Now I know who Thomas is. He said, I'm Thomas. I said, oh, okay. I know who you are. That was a brother. What we're talking about right now is Negroes. Negroes and Spicks. Negroes and Spicks, and there's a big difference. Negroes and Spicks, they make sure that everything terrible that can happen in the community happens. They make sure they leave in the preservation of everything terrible that happens in the community. You guys give me 1 second. I just got a call from Stamford, Connecticut. Screenshot of when he was calling so y'all see it. I'm going to put that up for y'all in the community section. You got to make a move, man. And if y'all don't make moves, nothing's going to happen for you. Now, my next step after that is going to the local news agencies. They forget I was in the music business. I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't anything else. I lost work. But don't you think for a minute, none of those people that I know in the entertainment business, I don't stay in touch with, because I do, including the people that I've met at news facilities and everything else, from Fox to shout out to Monica Morales, shout out to people out at WTNH out in Connecticut. I told that to the governor's office today. I said, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go public. And that's the way we put the term. And that means alerting the papers, alerting the news agencies, alerting everybody I need to alert about how this travesty that's happening within the thing. Now, let me tell you what this man just told me. He said, well, if you could find somewhere else to go, I prefer you would go there. And instead of coming here, we're really swamped right now. I know you're swamped. That's why you haven't been answering the phone. Told me to give him a call on Monday. So we'll see what happens. Asked me if I had anywhere to be at, and I said, yes, I do. In fact, I do. And I know I don't want to be down there in that zoo that you do. Let me tell you something he held back on. I mentioned to him about a hotel room. He turned around and said, see what the problem is they want to prioritize certain things to their white clientele. They want to prioritize things to their women clientele. They want to prioritize things to the people they feel are in need. I'm a 19-year plus resident of the state of Connecticut. I have a kid that's buried in the ground in Connecticut. I have friends that I put in the ground in Connecticut. I have stories of my life embedded in Connecticut, as well as New York, as well as Jersey as well. Don't you ask me too many questions, because at the end of the day, when we get in front of a courtroom, the first thing they're going to ask you is, well, why'd you accept it in the first place if you had no intention of doing what you said you were going to do and fulfilling what you said you was going to do? So I'll send this message to any of y'all, because I know many of y'all, especially in the mayor's office, is watching my page now, just like the other 7,000 of you who watch it. I will say to you this, and this is the last time I will say this. If you don't, you can prepare yourself all you want to, but one thing you don't know is, what type of recordings do I have, and which ones I haven't put up, and which ones will I present to the news? That's what you should be asking yourself. And can the state handle that embarrassment nationally is the question you should be asking. I'm in New York City right now, and I know this city very well. I worked in it 16 years. There's offices I can walk into Monday morning and be like, especially one at Fox, and be like, hey, you know what? Once you run this story, because there's a lot of people that don't like the state of Connecticut or its people and inhabitants. They view them as being very obnoxious, which most of the state isn't. But there are a few corners of our state that have very obnoxious people that think because of their education they are better than everybody. That's what state keeps me informed. Guys, there are links in my description box. Okay, there's a PayPal and a Cash App. Hit it up. I need to pay until I get things settled on Monday. It's the weekend. If you can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm going to cut down, I think, not even going live on my uploads the whole weekend. Because what I found is nobody cares. You know, everybody tell you, oh, this is Jesus stuff and everything like that. We don't care. Most people come over here to see. I had somebody write in my comments today, and it was flagged. Thank God for my one follower that flagged it, because they the one that brought me up to it. And somebody said to me, I hope you die. I hope you die. I've never had nobody say that to me. I hope you die. Somebody I've never done anything to, I don't even know. They said, I hope you die. I hope your black ass die out there. I probably get flagged. I was trying to throw in the cussing part, but yeah. I hope your black ass die out there. What did you say to that? What did you say? I hope your black ass die. And I had a lot of hated comments, but that one right there just hit the most. You hope I die, huh? I got you. And 9 times out of 10, it was somebody from here. I see your dummy accounts that you put up. The account that was made 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, 4 days ago, a month ago. That right there, if it was you, they knew you a bad boy. That's why I put up that post with Puff and tagged him in it, because I wanted him to know. You hope I die. You know my black ass dies out there. Hey. So, hey, Star Pepper, what's going on? I wish I could, but I'm gonna try to. That's why I need hotel funds. The place I stay is about $50 a night. So, guys, if you can, hit up my Cash App, hit up my PayPal. Appreciate it. CPP, I don't know what that means, really random. Oh, check my. Oh, okay, I got you, really random. Okay, so I've been all day. I called the governor's office. I called the local mayor's office out there, the town that I was staying at. And it definitely got some propulsion because now everybody's calling me, including the one place that I couldn't get in touch with for a week, saying that I'm so sorry, but it's been swamped and you know, and all that. Give me a call on Monday. I said, oh yeah, sure. That's why I took a snapshot as I was doing the live, and that's why I was off the live for a minute because I wanted John to know, hey, shit, I'm talking about is real, so you'll see what I'm talking about. And I encourage y'all to call that number too and ask them what's the problem. And matter of fact, when you call that number, tell them you need to put him in a hotel because that's what he said. That's what he said. And he was asking me, if you can, please stay with one of your friends because we're just overswamped. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck you mean? You gonna put up that hotel room, and if you don't put it up, I'm going to the news. You understand? That's my next step. Like, y'all think I'm playing. I'm not playing. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna get me right. Because I've done everything you think of. You know why they owe me a check? They owe me a check because I give them money every month like I'm supposed to. Now, meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of them in there that don't get no money whatsoever and don't get no flat. See, the people that do right and try to stick by their word, they get the bulk end of it. But the people that raise hell, like the dude that raised up, said if he had a gun, he'd kill everybody in the room and it was invited right back. She didn't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about nothing about what happened to you, but they want to talk about what you can do for them. And I'm sorry, they don't work that way. And if you think that I will sue you for the mental distress that I have, when it's on record that I suffer from extreme anxiety and I suffer from depression, if you think I won't sue you because of that, and you think you're safe because of that, I want you to keep thinking that. Because I'm going to show you a lawyer that thinks very differently. And that little Christian church of yours, this is why I watch the word Christian. You got to watch that word. Christians and faith. You got to watch that word. You got to watch people that profess Jesus to you. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of times, these people that profess Jesus to you, some of the evilest people in the world. You need an example? Puff sits around, talks about God all the time, don't he? Most of the people that do evil sit around, talk about God all the time. But really, they're some of the biggest demons there are. What did the devil say in the last days? The biggest trick the devil ever pulled on the world was making the world think he didn't exist. My plans are to sue you. My plans are to take it to the courts as far as I can. It only costs $80 to fill a civil lawsuit. And I will win. And your state will be embarrassed. Your governor, once again, like my friend Ruben did, when they went and protested in front of the governor's mansion and they made the news, the WTNH, that same news crew will be there when I embarrass you. So I better be well taken care of. Because if I'm not, we'll see, right? I always win. Talk to you guys later. Hit those PayPal links in the description. One other thing, since everybody thinks I'll be lying all the time, this is my storage room. Okay? There's a whole bunch of them in here. So that's why I be talking about on live all the time. When I be like, I'm gonna go to my storage room, I gotta pay my storage or whatever. Believe me now. Because you know I be lying. Don't you go over there lying on them good white folks. That's the tone it sounds when I hear some of the comments. Somebody wrote in the comments, you knew you was gonna be late, nigga. You shouldn't have never went. Stirring up them good white folks. The cooning that goes on, I swear to God. What happened to y'all? Huh? What happened? I'm telling you really random. It's factory. Cheryl Smith, what's going on, mama? And my sister's right there. Sister soldiers. That's what I'm start calling them, the sister soldiers. Them girls, let me tell you something. I'd be like Muammar Gaddafi. You know who Muammar Gaddafi is? Muammar Gaddafi got killed by the U.S. government, basically, under Obama's administration. Muammar Gaddafi had a whole arsenal, and his whole team makeup as far as his defense was women. And I understand why. I understand why I'm on Muammar Gaddafi. I understand why. Yeah, basically really ran the factory. You know what I'm saying? Then they trying to make it look like I was bombing on this chick that was my work or whatever. I'm saying I'm not bombing on her. Shorty was she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do? She pregnant. She's pregnant. She had difficulties. I found out today she had a baby. God bless her. I'm glad she had a baby. I really am. God bless her, man. I got no problem with her. She ain't the issue. Do I think if she had not been pregnant, she would have been there and been at one point? Of course she would have, but she ain't the problem. I said that to her face. I said, you ain't the problem. So don't you be here apologizing to me. You're not the problem, sister. She's not the problem. Neither is the woman that called me back, the ex-director. She a rider. She ain't the problem. Yeah. First mistake you did was never think that I had access to anything. I was a nobody. You soon gonna be fooled. Guys, hit them Cash App links, hit those PayPal links. I gotta pay for this hotel this week, and that's all I ask for and eat. Other than that, y'all going about your business. Stay tuned. I'll be back live in about, I don't know, a couple of hours or whatever. I might even take y'all through a walk as I head back to Jersey. But watch these people. Watch them. Watch them. And shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to all my subscribers. Y'all the best, man. Especially the women. But one thing I want to say in particular right here. Pup, you see what's going on. And I want to address you real quick. You see what's going on. You see I got this jacket on. I'm going to continue to wear this jacket. You know why? Because every day that you sit in Calabasas, California, don't walk through the city of New York and ask any of your... Fuck if I'm active right now, nigga. I'm part of the team. Remember? I'm part of the whistle man. And you look like an utter fool having me sitting up here on this live talking or whatever. And I know probably 9 times out of 10, sooner or later, you're going to try to have me hit. I know that. I know how you move. There's going to be something coming at me. I already know. But you're going to put more energy into that instead of putting something into my cash out. Huh, Puff? I hear you. You ain't even look out for the rest of them. Do it for yourself. Imagine if white people said that to the other white people. That's how much of a slave these people are. And they don't even realize it, including you, Puff, including you, and a couple of other ones. You're slaves. We sick, boss. We sick. He didn't care about nobody else. You kidding me? He flew all his rich friends down to freaking out some private island, had a party down there, no mask wearing, no nothing. You ain't see the pictures of that? Nas was down there, all of them were down there. Just having a good old time, like nothing was going on whatsoever. And then take pictures of it. At least if you're going to do that, don't take no pictures of having it ready for the media. So you can spend money on your rich friends, but you can't spend money on niggas that was there for you when you was going to court. That's why you look like a sucker. That's the only issue I got with you. All right, guys. Cash App, PayPal links in the description. I ain't got no more to say, man. And profits for you. Come walk through the city, nigga. Come see what's going on here. This is your home, Mount Vernon, right? You ain't from Harlem, nigga. You from Mount Vernon. I know people went to high school with you. You understand what I'm saying? You remember Macho? Huh? Remember Daryl, all them? They went to high school with you. What's wrong with you, nigga? You talking about this black excellence thing? Well, I'm black. And you don't look excellent to me, Poppy. It's whole, the whole shit is this chuck, man. Like, listen, man. I ain't got no more pictures to be throwing up of this sorry ass nigga. Puff might be the reason some of these motherfuckers is making stuff harder for you. It's exactly why. It's exactly why. You never know. You never know. You never know. Like, I never put nothing past him. Ever. 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 But the fact is, just like that, this nigga still owns properties here in New York. Man, give me a key there. Get a key up. He owns properties here in New York still. Owns properties in Jersey still. You understand? They rather put their energy in the sand, making videos about me. They put their energy in it, like my 4 co-employees. They made a video about me. This shit still ain't got over 1,200 views yet. I'm topping it. My biggest videos got 275,000 views. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is wilding. You know what I mean? I don't sit back and cry. I just move. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a mover. But I can't tell when people get on here in my comment section and tell me I shouldn't advocate for myself, I shouldn't worry about my preservation. And more so when they put a comment, somebody put a comment, and I'm gonna find you too. Next time you put a comment like that, leave your address too so I can pull up You know what I'm saying? Since you're so brave, leave your address, sucker. Like I said yesterday, and I said it again. A lot of dudes be playing real tough online, but in person they straight moist and puss. You know what I'm saying? Straight moist and puss. Gave my tears and blood for this shit right here. He says to me, it's bad boy for life. Nah, it's bad boy for the moment, homie. Don't care about us. Don't care what happens to us. For all I know, you might have wrote that comment. I hope you die out there. You know? I ain't never had nobody say nothing like that to me. That's what I was shocked by. I hope you die out there. Word, that's how you feel? That's what it is, right? I got you. I got you. You hope I die. I got you. Nah, I ain't gonna die, Bobby. You can forget that. You can forget that right there. That ain't gonna happen. I could never, ever, realistically, mess with that crew again. Keisha, I agree. Puff might be the reason. Yeah, factory. I don't hold that at all. It's something funny in the water. Basically, if I don't rock with you, I can't rock with nobody, huh? That's what it means. Is that what it is? If I don't rock with him, you can't rock with nobody. That's what it is. I guess so. I don't know. I guess that's the issue. I guess that they have mostly. I don't know. I really don't even care at this point. I really don't even care. You know, none of them reached out to me for the holidays. Nothing. Nobody. None of my ex-employees, except for one. I will give you that. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? But one of my ex-employees, only one of my ex-employees, co-employees, reached out to me, and that right there was just amazingly funny to me. I was like, really? But all of them still follow me on social media. Isn't that odd? On all my social media, all of them still follow me. If you know the names, if you know all of them, then you know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say nobody's name. As soon as I say somebody's name, then they're gonna turn it into something else. So he don't want to talk about us again. You know, like first time the video I had went 110,000 views. They was like, I had the same jacket on. It's in the thing. So listen to that one. He said, yo, won't you just go get it? Yeah, because son, just like I explained to homie on the phone right now, just like I explained to the governor's office and that he verified, he said, oh, well, you do got a point there. You weren't supposed to be there. So why would I get a job in an area that anytime I'm going to be shipped up out of, I'm not going to be there. When I transfer out of there and from there, it's now the business and facilitated through them, not me. So it could have been a month, it could have been 2 months, it could have been 3 months. What part don't you understand? And how much faith do you have in the white system that you just say to yourself, the same white system to kill y'all in the streets, y'all telling me I should have faith in? As a man of color. With all the innuendos that are poured upon me from the get-go, just for my face walking in the room, you're telling me as a man of color I should put faith in the system. And then, all ironically, I always hear the same thing. It's from some ragtag person that if you go and look at their social media, because y'all dumb, most of y'all put comment and got the same social media there. Or the other dumb thing you do, if you're going to leave a nasty comment, make sure that you, I ain't going to put it on. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And I'll tell you how I find you. I found one dude that said something smart. I found his Facebook, went straight on his Facebook and was word with him. He got quiet. I said, well, homie, listen, you have so much to say. Just send me your address. You live in freaking Rhode Island, right? Send your address through. I want to have a birthday party with you. You know what I mean? Let's have a birthday party for you. I don't have a birthday party. Well, you know, that's how some people in the culture are. They like to make fun of you instead of helping you. They out here making fun of Casanova. Do you see what Casanova got caught with? You know what Casanova is part of? Allegedly? And you want to make fun of him? Casanova right now is trying to make a $2.5 million bond because he got $2.5 million. That's $250,000. Translate easily. Cass, I hope when you get out, man, I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I'm saying? You were the one person I didn't hit up, and I should have hit you up because I know you're a real one. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many real ones out here. All these fake foo-foo wanna be rich, ain't never had nothing. It be in the culture, they're a waste of time. Matter of fact, I might have to start getting some of them. Might have to pull up on them. Oh, you got that money, huh? All right. What Beanie Siegel say? You know, state property. What Beanie Siegel say? What was the mantra? What Beanie Siegel said? Somebody type that in there for me. Huh? Somebody type that in there for me. What Beanie Siegel say? Because I can't say it, because if I say it, then you know. But funny, I typed it, I can say it. What Beanie Siegel say in State Property 1? What was the mantra? What did he say? Well, if any of y'all know, maybe that's how y'all need to take some of these people in these trying times that claim they're so ahead and on top of everything. Maybe that's what you need to take them for and use them for and ask them for. There's something wrong. Something real wrong out here, guys. Something wrong in the culture. Y'all keep on sitting back and letting things just happen. Y'all sit back and just watch people as they get to their worst. Y'all sit back and just watch people and be like, well, at least it ain't me. But the fact is, it could be you. A lot of y'all sitting back waiting for that little $600 check. And a lot of y'all waiting and hoping that little 2Gs come through or whatever, because you ain't got it. But yet and still, you online and in front of people fronting like you got it. Stop fronting. One thing you at least say about me, I keep it a bean. So if you can't tell by me jumping on here and giving you step by step what's going on in my life on a daily basis, I'm keeping it a bean. I don't know what to tell y'all. You used to being around frauds, liars, cons, and that's all you know. And I could tell by the way you interact with me. I had motherfucker come on telling me I ain't had no storage room and I was lying. Yet still. See what I'm saying? Yet still. I don't know who black people think they are and Latin people think they are policing people. But if you don't want to be police, then stop policing people. Stop watching people's pockets and take your punk, soft, loud, mouthy ass over there and talk to Nancy Pelosi like that. Talk to Mitch McConnell like that. Talk to the president like that. Talk to all the people that are against you collectively. Use that frustration on them. Because you think I'm an easy target? Send your address. I'm encouraging everybody, anything you have to say, send your address. Like I said, I'm in my storage room. Send your address. I dare you. Guys, hit that links in the description box. I appreciate you. All the supporters, all the real ones out there, all the black people and Latin people who know what time it is and live in reality and not trying to act like paupers that come from poverty that all of a sudden hit it rich like the Beverly Hillbillies. To y'all, I have no use for y'all. And for the young man, I believe your name is Greg, you went by, that told me you hope I die out there. I hope the same thing happened for you and your entire family. Fair? Guys, I implore you, all I gotta do is pick this room for the next couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days. So if you can, please hit my cash out. If you don't hit nobody else and give them stars and everybody else money, give somebody needs it. Oh, y'all that week too. Because if you don't, and if you can't, I understand. But if you just refuse to, just because you think it's funny or whatever the case may be, maybe you belong over there with Puff and rubbing his feet, holding the umbrella for him, pretending that you're better than everybody, that you exempt from this virus, you exempt from anything else happening to you. Maybe that's where you belong, as a servants. I'm out of here, guys, please. I'll be live in a few more. I'm gonna talk to y'all. All right, we're gonna go back over to Trump Tower too. We're gonna put in this work, because I ain't got nothing else to do. The whole weekend is mine. I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put in this work. And I'm gonna take y'all around Jersey, New York, and Connecticut and let y'all see what's happening. I gotta be here till Monday, so I'm scared, but I ain't scared. know what I'm saying? I ain't scared. So the only thing I'm scared of is having a place to be at. That's it. That's it. I'm not worried about nothing. As you can see, I got a place for myself, so I ain't worried about that. I'm just worried more so about what's gonna happen with me. I saw this nigga, what's his name? Sweets Monroe claimed that Storm Monroe, y'all know who I'm talking about, Sweets. Hey Sweets, hey girl. I saw Sweets turned around and was shooting some shots at Jaguar again. And what you say, Sweets? You said, what Sweets Monroe say? I'ma call the police on her. I sent her back to jail. Ain't that right, girl? This motherfucker, man. Dude's corny. Sweets Monroe, I'll tell you like this, man. You get yourself hurt out here in these streets, messing around. Relax, playboy. Relax. Right, guys. I'm out of here. I'm gonna talk about Jaguar later. Might go back up to Tower tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Trump Tower talk about some things. And try to get Mitch McConnell punk ass out the way. And Nancy. I want an impeachment. You want an impeachment because you think it makes you look good on your record and think we're going to forget you've been holding up the stimulus for the past 7 months, including for my people. Most importantly, the hardest hit, blacks and Latinos. I ain't forgetting Nancy. All right, you held up. They offered you 1.2. You wanted 1.9 and didn't take that, and everybody would have been straight. These are the same system y'all believe in. It's the same system y'all telling me to put all your faith in them. They love you. Folks don't care about you, bro. If I was white, they would care. Same white people to them. I was a person of color, and there's nobody a person of color. And even if they came in there, you see the people of color, they just adhere to what the whites are saying and try to please them within the way. Chuck, but it is what it is. All right, guys, it's getting late, for real. I'm heading up out of here. I appreciate everybody who's in the chat room, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Really random, Keisha, Atia. Who else is here? Star Pepper, salute. Yvette, salute. Dia Bay, what's going on? And then since I was her name earlier, I couldn't go back because I clicked off, but I saw everybody else who was here. Patrice, I think she was here. A couple other people in that floor, so I want to give her a shout to. Net's always rocking with me. She listens to everything I gotta say. Some of these girls, man, I wish you was my girl for real, because if you was my girl for real, I'm like, guys need motivation. They need a muse. I have a muse. My muse is me right now. And that's for this guy that owns this right here. As of right now, I'm gonna tell you something. I loved you, Prof. Still do, kind of. But right now, ain't the time to be with that dumb shit. In black excellence. You gotta do it yourself, playboy. I don't want you rocking with me. What the fuck is wrong with you, Cuff? The fuck happened to you, skinny? The fuck happened to you? No.